Hello and welcome to TVB News. Police have arrested 5 people on suspicion of murder and assisting offenders after a 33-year-old man died in Jordan on Sunday. Mimo Singhai reports.
Closed-circuit TV captured the moment when a man was being attacked by another on Pilkham Street at around 2 a.m. on Sunday. The attacker then left. This scene showed a man being moved from a building to the street. At around 6 a.m. the same day, the man was found lying unconscious on the street by passers-by. He was sent to Queen Elizabeth Hospital and pronounced dead. Speaking to the press today, police said they have arrested 2 men and 3 women on suspicion of murder and assisting offenders. According to the police, a man and a woman went to the building and found the victim, who operated an illegal gambling establishment. The 3 left the building together before the victim was attacked by one of the suspects using a hammer. Authorities said the man returned to the building after the attack. At around 6 p.m., he felt unwell and wanted to seek medical help. However, pedestrians later found the man collapsed on the street. While fractures measuring 2 to 4 centimeters long were discovered in his skull, police said the cause of death can only be confirmed after an autopsy. Authorities said personal disputes between the victim and one of the male suspects are believed to be a motive for the killing. Police officers also seized some tools for drug use from the illegal gambling establishment site. They are investigating if drugs are related to the murder. Mimo Singhai, TVB News.
A 43-year-old man has been taken to the apartment in Sewan Shan, where police suspect he murdered his girlfriend last week. He was arrested over the weekend. The victim, surnamed Ng, was 46 years old. Police received a report from the woman's family on Saturday saying the victim was found unconscious. Bruises and blood spots were found on her left eye and cheeks. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Police said the couple argued in the apartment last Tuesday. The suspect allegedly took away his girlfriend's phone after investigators say he strangled her. Police allege that to conceal the crime, the man pretended to be the victim by using her stolen phone to ask for time off work. The phone was then thrown into the sea near the North Point Ferry Pier. Restaurant chain Outback Steakhouse announced the closure of 9 out of its 19 outlets in the city. The Australian restaurant chain said the 9 outlets will cease operations on the 4th of August. The branches are located in areas including Wan Chai, Tuen Mun, Whampoa, and Kowloon Bay. The company noted on social media that the decision was made owing to business challenges. Chief Executive John Lee today met with the Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Laos as part of his 6-day ASEAN tour. He stressed the city's desire to join the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, Economic Bloc, and thanked Laos for its support. Timothy Lee tells us more.
This afternoon, Chief Executive John Lee paid Laotian Prime Minister Sonsai Siphandone a visit at his residence in Vientiane. Siphandone welcomed Lee and the Hong Kong delegation, adding that he hopes the 2 sides will strengthen their economic and cultural ties.
Indeed, this is the first ever visit by the Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. I thank sincerely for the hospitality and all the detailed arrangements that the Laos government has made for us.
The leader of the SAR was also welcomed by Lao Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Salamsai Komasi.
It's a good opportunity for me and for Lao PR, both the government as well as business community, to discuss things and find a way to further expand economic trade cooperation.
Representatives from the city, such as the Customs and Excise Department, the Trade Development Council, and Polytechnic University, signed 12 memorandums covering areas including trade and education with their Lao counterparts. This as the CE posted on social media, noting Laos ASEAN chairmanship this year. He emphasized that discussions were held with Lao officials about Hong Kong's desire to join the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Economic Bloc, otherwise known as RCEP, and thanked Vientiane for their support. In the afternoon, the CE and the SDR delegation were warmly received by students when they visited a local high school. Some of the youngsters performed local folk dances. According to one of the memorandums on education, students from this school who are enrolled at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University will be offered full tuition fee waivers and eligible for a special allowance. Lee then visited a local development area and a solar panel company that was jointly launched by Yunnan Provincial and Vientiane Municipal Authorities. The CE will leave Laos for Cambodia on Tuesday. Timothy Lee, TVB News.
Indonesian President Joko Widodo today began working at the new Garuda Palace in the country's future capital, Nusantara, as construction work continues around him. The president admits the palace is still a work in progress, but stayed overnight for the first time and held meetings inside it today as it became a working building for the first time. Work continues around the city, which the president said made it difficult to sleep, but said there is now running water, electricity, and internet connection, all of which had been delayed earlier. The palace is still being furnished as Widodo plans to spend the last 3 months of his presidency here. Carved out of the Borneo jungle, the new capital is a $32 billion infrastructure project. Indonesia plans to hold Independence Day celebrations and announce Nusantara as the new capital on August 17th. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim says his country has submitted an application to join the BRICS organization. The application was sent to Russia, the rotating chair of BRICS for this year, following the visit to Malaysia by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. It was the main essence of discussions with Lavrov, who was on a 2-day working visit to Malaysia. Discussions also included various aspects of bilateral cooperation, particularly investment and trade, science and technology, agriculture, defense, and military, as well as tourism. Lavrov said Russia welcomes Malaysia's interest in BRICS and will help promote this interest. BRICS is an emerging market organization that groups Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. It has expanded to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. A court today gave a 44-year-old man a 3-year bind-over order for slapping his son during a homework tutorial. The man was accused of slapping his son in the face 5 times during a homework tutorial in May. Erythema appeared on the left cheek of his 12-year-old son. The man's ex-wife took their son to Queen Elizabeth Hospital for treatment and later reported the incident to the police. The father was charged with 1 count of willful assault, causing a child suffering or injury. He pleaded guilty to the charge. The court decided to give him a 3-year bind-over order. The Development Bureau and Construction Industry Council has jointly launched the Smart Site Safety System Labeling Scheme. It aims at driving the full adoption of the Smart Site Safety System in private and public works contracts in Hong Kong. So far, 110 construction projects have successfully adopted the system and received labels. Helen Chen reports.
This construction site in Yuen Long participated in the scheme. A 3-tier alarm system is set up near the dredge. When the smart system detects someone approaching the dredge without wearing protective gear or entering restricted areas by mistake, it will sound the alarm and pass on the information to the control center simultaneously. The Smart Site Safety System, or 4S system, is made up of 3 parts: smart devices, a control center, and the internet. All workers who enter the construction sites equipped with the 4S system must wear smart helmets and watches. After connecting to the internet, the system is able to track the wearer's locations in and outdoors for real-time remote monitoring of high-risk activities. The 4S system labeling scheme was launched in May this year.
As of now, it has received more than 350 applications, of which 110 have qualified and received the label at the label awarding ceremony this afternoon. A fatal construction accident happened in Lai King last week, where a dump truck driver got caught between a dump truck and a dredge, resulting in his death. Lo Chung-kit, Permanent Secretary for Development, said at the label awarding ceremony that if the construction site had already installed the 4S system, it could provide early warnings for construction workers and effectively prevent serious accidents from happening. Helen Chan, TVB News.
That's the news. Thanks for watching. Pearl Magazine is up shortly. Bye for now.